innocent citizens being attacked in their homes, brutally hacked, and a few of our brothers and sisters lost their lives. You do recall that on the 29th of December, there was one family which was brutally attacked. Head of the house hacked and left to die. His wife hacked, gang raped, and also left to die. 2 children between the ages of 4 and 9 were equally hacked. And unfortunately, one lightly, and to some extent you can't falter them, because at that point they vented their hunger. And I was called by His Excellency. I was trying to tour my constituents as well. As you know, I have to also see my employers, who are the beloved people of Shwangandu. I was called back by His Excellency the President, and he requested me and the Honorable Minister of Defense to go to Chingola at that point when people became riotous, public property destroyed, and it was just confusion. So we went with the Minister of Defense for 2 days to just go and assess the situation, came back to come and make some preparations and strategize, and then I returned to Chingola and Copperbelt. At that point, another modus operandi was to begin. People being gassed, sleeping in unfinished houses, being gassed and being disturbed in the night. People stopped sleeping in the homes, others were sleeping in shifts, and it was just something. But thank God, I want to thank our men and women in uniform who worked tirelessly day and night to make sure that they dealt with the situation. From there, I went to Northwestern Province, where there were also incidents of suspected gassing of innocent citizens and public institutions like schools. But what we discovered was that in the midst of all those criminal activities taking place, the spreading of falsehoods, false alarms, because you can imagine you are just seated here and someone at the back will just say, oh yeah, we have been gassed. But the way we react as human beings to alarming situations is different. Just as we are seated here, we are all okay. Just react to an alarm, we'll be trooping out this door. By the time we are going to assemble outside there, others would have developed PP, others would have developed different conditions. All of us here, as normal as we are, we seem to be. Now, you imagine that happening to children in a classroom block where children use one door to go in, and when an alarm is sounded, they all have to troop out using one single door. So sometimes you saw our children being attended to at the health centers, hospitals, and the medical personnel could find no traces of anything of having inhaled, but different conditions would have developed in our children. So this is what people should understand, those that are in the habit of spreading falsehoods. Whilst we had, yes, some genuine cases of people being spread, and also the way we react to substances is different. the perfume that the director might like could be infectious to me. Just a mere, fragrance. So these are things that I think we needed to share with the people, but I'm happy that we are where we are today, despite the regrettable development of losing so many lives in the hands of fellow citizens who opted to take law into their own hands and meted out instant justice on those people that they suspected to have been gasslers. And talking about falsehoods, we had an incident in Chilabombwe where a couple, not a couple per se, but these were two people in a relationship and they had a child. A gentleman goes to visit, and I think after they had separated, goes to visit probably to see a child. An argument erupts, and the easiest thing the lady could do was just to shout. And the people, the emotions of people were so high. And the people trooped into that house, attacked the gentleman, beat him to death, and bent him. As I now, this Home Affairs and our law enforcement agencies will do our part by making sure that all those that participated in the gassing activities, those that meted out instant justice on fellow citizens, will have to face the law. But above that, it's indeed everybody's responsibility to help and to introspect and look at ourselves and say, what have we become as citizens? We can't accept a situation where we have become so superstitious. So superstitious. You imagine you are just walking, even you stay here in Long Acres, you go to Chawama to visit, and they give you like a plastic containing honey from Northwestern. And just people seeing you moving with a plastic, just a plastic with a container, could be a death warrant. By the time they are knowing, oh, this is a gentleman, you would have gone. But, like I've said, we have a number of suspects, some of whom have started appearing in the courts of law, and some of whom are still being charged. And I must commend the judiciary. And I know that one magistrate saw it fit that those who were participating in instant justice mob were not to be given bail as a way of getting people to learn a lesson. And I think that's commendable, because that's now helpful to the law enforcement agencies. So that said, we appeal to you, our colleagues through in the media, to follow these cases with keen interest, because it's in the courts of law that you get the details. I heard some gentleman calling himself at Gears, there's something called Gears. There's like a political colleague who was trying to hide behind some NGO after being thumped in not Kafue, in the Chirundu, by Honorable, yes, Donald Spence. He was trounced by Zunga Siakarima. Now, he has to put politics aside. If he wants to be an NGO, you can't have it with both hands. Yeah. I heard him yesterday say, the police must tell the public who that murder suspect killed. What kind of jungle is that?
Maybe the suspect himself.
Yeah, probably. We are saying the same rule of law we have followed is what will be followed on all the suspects, regardless of their status, regardless. We won't look at their political affiliation. So if someone is a murder suspect, he will go to courts of law. So if Chipenzi wants to know who was murdered by who, let him go to court. That's where those facts are reviewed. How can police become unprofessional to start saying, no, even I know that there have been questions to say, what substances have they been using to gas people? The moment you start discussing them in public, you are taking them to public court. So all those substances that could have been found with suspects and at the crime scene have all been taken to the laboratories for analysis as evidence. That's how it works. So I also want to say that this suggestion by His Excellency of considering to set up a commission of inquiry is equally welcome, because what will happen is the law enforcement agencies will do their part, the National Prosecution Authority will equally do their part, get these cases taken to court. But it would be in the public interest to also just get to understand the motives, what was motivating these individuals to do what they did. And an inquiry can then pay attention to all these details, interact with the victims, and as the terms of reference will be couched. So I think for us as Minister of Home Affairs, we welcome that suggestion by His Excellency, the President. And we also want to commend him because he made timely as Commander-in-Chief. He returned them to the police. No suspect was being kept in the barracks. All the suspects were being kept in the police custody. And most of them are still there. The modus operandi, the way we manage offenders, from the punitive incarceration now, we get you into production so that you can channel your energy in that area. So, dear colleagues, just to thank you also, most of you, the journalists, were quite helpful in disseminating appropriate information. You know what you see is what you get. I mean, I've always been with the Smart Eagles everywhere in the villages, and and all those of you in the media fraternity who were patriotic, because others, like the President has said, have turned themselves into journalists because of the social media. And these are the ones that are diluting the whole, the importance of this profession. But most of you go into their own hands. You played a critical role. He's one of our murder suspects into hiding somewhere in northwestern province. And he was doing that to change attention from people who were pursuing him, to make people start focusing on things that never happened anywhere. But fortunately, our professional men and women in uniform managed to track him down. And this is a warning that the President was trying to give. Continue hiding behind social media platforms, Facebook or whatever. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. And this should be taken as a friendly warning, because when we start the cramp down, as we are already doing, we don't want people to cry and say, no, our rights are being infringed upon. There's no such a thing as absolute freedom. A week ago, we supported a motion in Parliament, which was tabled, a private member's motion, tabled by the Honorable MP for Mazabuka, in which he was urging government to strictly enforce the law against hate speech. Hate speech. But it will come with interesting implications, because now we are going to double the efforts in clamping down on those that concoct falsehoods. Because if you concoct falsehoods about Mr. Chandahiye, Mr. Mwanza, or the Honorable, you have got a calculated mind to get the people, to turn the people against this individual. Of late, you have seen some of the fabrications, even at the office of the Minister of Home Affairs. But in as much as we are not swayed, because we remain focused, you know, when you are pursuing criminals, they have got different tactics to distract those who are pursuing them. They'll be throwing something, money there. So even to us who are pursuing these criminals, and they know. I saw someone saying, no, if I was the president, I would have removed Minister of Home Affairs, IG. How can you, if you are a coach of a team, suggest to your other competing team to say, if you want to beat me in the game, remove Messi, or remove Sarah and Van Dijk if it's Liverpool. That's social proposing to crop. How does that work? So we know the intention of these colleagues on the scene. We will pursue criminals. And those that are innocent, you just sleep. When you are innocent and you haven't done anything wrong, there is no reason why you should be panicking, calling police. Hey, I've heard that you're looking for me. No. When we are looking for you, we just come. You don't have to make it, no, you're looking for me. No, they are doing this so that they come for me. No. No one creates a crime in order to find a criminal. It doesn't work. It doesn't add up. So those who have got nothing to worry about, both on social media criminality and the gassing criminality, must have nothing to worry about. Sleep well. But if you have got a troubled mind, then you just count. We won't let you, and we have heard someone, you know, getting thugs to camp at the houses, that, you know, the police are coming. Who can stop police to get a criminal? There is no one who can stop police to get anyone any wrongdoer. You can hire thousands of thugs. We have got trained men and women who do their job well. And I also want to just supplement the statement that was issued by the Inspector General of Police to those on the Copper Belt and particularly in Chingola who are agitating and saying they will want to protest over the arrest of one of Balibe. Sorry, comrade. Zambo kuletera kombeva. You are inside. We have had certain cases that were of public interest, and I share this because that's how we should understand. I have one of my good friends, renowned lawyer, former member of parliament, former deputy minister. Concoctions, no, because they're friend to the Home Affairs, they are doing this. We are focused. We say sorry, but the law has to take its course. So those of you who think, you know, there are people that will be, no one will be shielded. There will be no sacred cows. And the president made this very clear during his address, that no one is above the law. 2, no sacred cows. That's the interesting part of our job. Even my own brother, when he breaks the law, it has to be, sorry, sir, sorry, my sister. And that's how it is. So just to make it clear that there will be no sacred cows, there's nothing like, in any case, you can be a journalist. When you break the law, I think you remember one of yours was inside. You cried, no, please this, please that. No, you say, please to the law. It's the same. So when party membership is not an insurrection against the law. And those who want to think they can use the party affiliation to commit crime, most of them are in correctional service. And I find them, I meet them. Hello, how are you? Okay. Stay well. So, we would want to see this country, we are on tour of duty. And our tour of duty begins and at some point ends. The responsibility we have is to make sure that we inherited a peaceful nation and we should leave it as peaceful as it is for the future generations to come. That's why we say one Zambia, one nation. And the president was also very clear when he was talking about hate speech and when he was talking about things that contribute to disintegration of society, tribalism. I've always said that tribalism has not been relevant to this generation. And those that want to perpetrate it for either political expedience, they are just wasting time. I mean, we are in a generation where, as a gentleman there meets a beautiful lady, I don't know of a man who starts by saying, what's your tribe? First. Just as ladies also, I don't think you, when you are being proposed to, you say, first, sir, what's your tribe? That's a generation we are in. I don't know if I should call my children Bemba or Chewa or Ngoni. And I've got most of my colleagues, honorable MPs, whose families I go to, you find Mutinta, Mulenga, what? Mixed. So we as a generation must guard that jealously. Because that's what we are. We are in a society where we don't look at anyone's ethnicity. And anyone who wants to think they can use ethnicity as a way of progressing in life, you have got no control. And my advice would just be, don't waste your energy on things that you can't change. Just like we brought up in the families, you know, if you had the way of saying, my father, we just wanted to be 3, boys only. Has anyone ever done that choice? The answer is no. You are just found 3 brothers and maybe a sister. And you have to live with that because you have got no control. You can't change. Similarly, we are 73 ethnic groupings. No one can change. So whether you want to say, no, me, I want to just be in a society where we are just this ethnic group, go to the farm at your village. So I think we can interact more by you, dear colleagues, you know, asking questions and seeking points of clarification. But generally, just to say that we had the insecurities that have been dealt with, and we have requested our men and women in uniform to continue being vigilant. And we have heard, of course, of complaints saying, no, the soldiers, no, but if isolated incidents have been recorded, we make sure that they are investigated.
Form King boasts itself in being a leading foam manufacturer that has a significant contribution in providing quality guaranteed mattresses and other foam products. We are major suppliers to national institutions such as hospitals, schools, hotels, lodges, and other established wholesale and retail organizations. Form King utilizes only high-quality raw materials sourced from leading suppliers. Our high-quality fabrics are especially made and designed for each of our mattresses and bed ranges. With precision carpentry skills coupled with advanced tech machinery, we are able to meet all your needs. Visit our head office on plot 6300 Kabundi Road off Mumbwa Road. Email sales@formking.com.zm. Call us on +260 211 287652 or 286776. Visit our Ndola office on plot 3084 Nakambala Road. Email us at sales.ndl@formking.com.zm or call us on +260 212 651 130 or 650 158. Visit our website on www.formking.com.zm. Form King, our secret to a good night's sleep.
This is the life we chose, me. I'm Mfumu. I think I need some energy. Pass me a kung fu. Scratch that. Pass me a kung fu. Pass me a kung fu, bro.
Show me power, show me kung fu. And that's why I can see your power deep inside. If you really wanna do it, you know you can fly. No excuse, no apologies, do you? Show me what you got, unleash your power, kung fu.
Trade Kings, improving lives. No two people are alike in the world, but these individuals have something in common.
Life is about making the right choices. I choose protection. Excuse me. Can I please have a packet of unscented Ultimate condoms?
Bonjour, mommy.
Bonjour.
Assist me with some change money.
Okay.
In fact, can I get a packet of Ultimate condom? Banana scented.
Whatever the situation I'm faced with, at work, at home, at play, I take control. I man up. Protection is about manning up.
Hi.
Hello.
Give me a packet of Ultimate condom.
Vanilla scented.
They all use Ultimate condoms for assured protection from STIs, HIV, and unplanned pregnancies. Use condoms correctly and consistently for dual protection. Ultimate condoms, assured protection delivered in 3 variants: unscented, banana, and vanilla. Brought to you by the USA Discover Health Project with support from the American people through the United States President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, PEPFAR.
Touching food before washing after changing diapers. This is tantamount to dangerous cooking.
Tawaishiwa tama James ya nomba fibondo. Tayapwalala ngama James yakale.
Amanja mako tuma James tuchachabe pate after pate. That's why Funko Sambila na hygienic soap. Even na active silver technology wambela.
Soap with technology.
Osapapi!
Call police, madam.
Go and hygienics and kurukuta her right now.
You are under Samba in the laws of hygiene.
Hygienic soap is a powerful antibacterial soap with active silver technology formulated to kill 99.9% of germs.
Hygienic soap. You are safe in our hands.
chimbuzi chayamba kuzula mukafikila ndoti yonse iyi izapeza njira yanga yofika pamanzi ya munyanzi na futi.
Sungani umoyo wa banja lanu kufikila chimbuzi chanu nichoyopya tumilani wa Lusaka Water and Storage Company nolembesa vatumize vovomelesewa kuchosa doti mushe.
As required by the National Health Insurance Act number 2 of 2018, the mandatory registration of Zambian citizens and established residents to the National Health Insurance Scheme commenced on the 1st of October 2019. Therefore, all employers are required